stitch length on a serger is very similar to your stitch length on your sewing machine. We're working through all the free video tutorials of the Husqvarna Viking Amber S100, and at the end of this video or in the description below, you can find a playlist of all the videos that we have done so you can start at the beginning and master them from beginning to end. We're talking about this knob here, your stitch length. When I don't know what I'm doing, I will put it back to 2.5. That's millimeters. That's similar to a stitch length you'll find on your sewing machine. So as we make it to a bigger number, the stitches are getting longer. That is 5 millimeters long. Now, why would I use a longer stitch length? If your fabric is thick, fluffy, multiple layers, if you leave it at 2.5, you're going to notice that your stitches start to look very, very close together. It's almost like you're using too much thread, because you are. And plus, it is a tremendous hard to remove if you've made a mistake and you have to go back, because those stitches are so close together. It also might feel like you're trying to push the fabric in, so lengthening the stitch will actually make everything smoother, easier, and then look correct when it's done. So heavier fabrics are going to be on that longer stitch length. Now once I start sewing, what I'm going to do is go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's a great little practice for you to do as well, because then you'll see the difference as you adjust your length. And yes, you can turn it while you're serging. The smaller numbers, less than 2 or even 1.5. As I'm working on lighter weight fabrics, the real thin fabrics, you want a shorter stitch length. Same thing for your sewing machine. But finding that right stitch length is just by practice. Do a little test and then you'll know. When we do a rolled hem on the serger, we're going to be down in the number 1 or less, and look, it even has an R for rolled hem. So somewhere in there the stitches start to get very compact. Looks beautiful for a satin stitch rolled hem, great for napkins and edges. It's really, really a nice setting. So we're going to start at 5, and I'm going to kind of just quickly stitch and turn it. So because when it's at 5, it goes really, really fast. So I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1. Now at the very end, when we get really close together, if you get really close together on a 4 thread, it doesn't look really great, but you can see that the longer stitch length to the middle range looks good on this fabric. That's the one that you're going to go with for your project. Always test. If you are doing a gathering stitch or using the gathering foot, we're doing longer stitch lengths anyway. Again, lightweight fabrics, rolled hems, we're doing the real close together stitch. Just remember, when you're done, I always like to put it back to 2.5, line it up with the little mark on the side of the housing, and then you know you're back to normal for whatever you pick out to serge next.